can kidnap you and traffic you across state lines, and he's legally indemnified against it.
I don't think it works that way, buddy. I don't think it works that way. Like he said that they're there entirely too late for us old men. So I took that as we don't have to go, and I also took this to welcome to episode 172 of Heresy Accountability Buddies Podcast. My name is Jack, followed by the host of
Brian,
Duncan.
I guess Jamie. I'm not paying attention.
And John.
And Dave. So, yeah. Too late and self-propelled guns.
I think we need to consult our lawyer. Somebody summon Joe Kirkus.
Is he a lawyer still?
Yes, he is still a lawyer. He is still a lawyer, and he can help us legalize our way out of the situation where Jack thinks he doesn't have to show up to do things.
Well, I don't know about that because I saw that he was playing Trench Crusade today, so I have concerns about his.
It's okay. He can play Trench Crusade. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
It's made by people who make games, so sure.
Welcome to the Trench Crusade podcast,
No.
Power Hour. We have a fun-filled episode for everybody today where we'll be discussing tanks and apparently self-propelled guns. But before we get any further, let's do a quick station identification.
Do you love resin bases? Then go to our sponsor, Elric Hobbies, for all of your basing and basing accessory needs. Use code HERESYABB at checkout for a discount. Legendary Monument Hobbies. Monument Hobbies is a one-stop shop for all of your painting needs. Use code HERESYABB at checkout for a 5% discount on your purchase. Pop Goes the Monkey. Find maker of third-party accessory bits of arms, legs, backpacks, and more, where you can get 10% off your first order over $125 with code HERESYABB at checkout.
Identification. And thank you to our patrons. Without you, none of Duncan's chicanery would be chicane.
I thought we were talking about New Antioch and the Heretics.
I don't even know what those are.
You
so
said
no.
words.
New Antioch is a area of Nashville, I thought. But anyways,
Sure.
it is.
So, Jamie, what have you done in hobby progress?
I've been working on the prison. Actually painted a Predator, and I already had it built, but because I have like 8 billion rhino hulls that are already built. But yeah, I painted a Predator and worked a little bit more on the javelins and started building another Predator. That's really it. And then hobby hangout and all that.
Outstanding.
I've been like super busy. So
Fair enough.
Let's go, Jack. Did you do anything?
I base coat, highlighted 2 Rhino chassis. I worked on putting together the turret for 3 different Predators because one Predator is already completely done. Just need a secondary Volkite turret for another one, so I was working on that. And then right before here, I got the tracks for 2 of the Rhinos base coated, so that I can start sponging the metals on that. Not that it ever matters about the sponging of the metals on it, because you can never see it because of the weathering that I do to the bottom of the tanks. So I don't even know why I do it. I think
I sponge the tracks and then I at least with my Dark Angels, I weather the crap out of them.
Yeah.
So you can't see the sponging work.
Yeah, the bottom quarter of my tanks, I could probably get away with never painting and just hitting it with the weather, and then
Yeah, I don't. At
Thanks
this
for
point,
playing.
I probably should just do the drive wheels and maybe just a base metallic thing on the treads and then just weather them.
Yeah, it's yeah. So, but that's neither here nor there. And then, I think that's it for this week. So then I kicked it over to Bri for him to tell me what he did.
I ran a Heresy Doubles event yesterday. I built a flag stand for my cool I Want You for Heresy flag. I assembled and almost fully painted the replacement Forge Lord model that I got. I started more work on the Praetor / Centurion / maybe I'll try him as a champion sometime, I don't know, character in Cataphracti Terminator armor. I worked on more Dreadnought stuff for the boys, worked on my youngest Heavy Bolter squad, primed my oldest son's Saturnine Dreadnought that his Uncle Jack gave him.
How was that? I haven't built mine yet. I know it's
It went
like
together
130,000 parts, but
Yep.
well, this one was a resin one, so
okay.
it was
It
like
is
12
not
parts.
137,000 parts.
It's probably 5. Okay, well, never mind then.
I think legitly, I think it may be 7.
Yeah.
I think it's between 7 and 13.
Probably what the real one should be, but, whatever. So.
Yeah. Also dug out the drop pod Zone Mortalis terrain that Jamie printed up for me last year. I got reached out to by Charlie, a local to the Grand Rapids area who runs events along with Jake over there, and he's wanted to do his own Mortalis event July 18th by the sounds of it. And he was like, hey, do you have Zone Mortalis terrain? And I said, oh, buddy, I have like 18 linear feet of Zone Mortalis terrain.
Let me tell you what.
Yeah, I don't remember how many of them I got made for you, but you have some.
I think it was 4.
Yeah, it's like, and I think there were spare parts too. I had to make a spare part run for John's because he dropped his.
Yep.
Happens.
It happens.
But yeah, it went well. Everybody loved the flag banner thingy. And if people want to know how I did it, I can tell you. And it would cost you like less than $20, depending on how much you want to invest in spray paint.
How about an airbrush?
So there's been a lot of airbrush discussion in the Discord this week, so
There has.
we've been trying to help new users and try to set them straight, and yeah.
We have a Discord.
We do.
Yeah,
So we're recording it tonight,
we're
Jack.
recording in it right now,
We're
Jack.
recording.
We have a merch store too, Jack.
We also have a
Yeah.
merch store.
Oh, what?
And
do
we also have posters available.
we have a merch store and we
Oh.
have posters.
And if you wanted to
Okay.
contact us because you want like cool flags, like the one I have, or banners, like we have the one behind me, we have those too. If you get in contact with people,
Can I get a flag?
you never mind.
Yes,
Make the
Jack, you
flag.
can get-
You're the flag guy.
Jack, you can get more flags. How about that?
You can buy yourself more flags,
I
Jack.
still don't have. I had to pawn off my.
Are
We
the,
want you for Heresy because it was such a hot seller.
are the flags free? Like the ducks?
Like
No.
it. No, like Canadian geese, they bite back.
Depends whose credit card you use on the order, I guess.
Hey Duncan, can I see your wallet?
Nope. 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 You don't get access to my wallet. Actually, that's not true. I would trust you with my wallet. I would absolutely trust you with my wallet.
Brian, on the other hand,
Nope. I would trust you with my wallet too. I would trust every single one of you who is here with me tonight with my wallet. The contents of the wallet I would have to take out first, but you could hold the wallet physically.
Even Avast, as he's quietly in the background.
No, Avash. I would actually
He's
ask.
kind of sketchy.
I would have Avash hold on to everything while I let you all pass the empty wallet around amongst yourselves.
that's pretty high praise for the heresy cuck over there in the corner while we're recording.
Oh my lord! Yeah. Jokes aside, you can get posters and stuff from us.
They're very cool.
People seem to like them for some reason. So Jack, who's next on the hobby thing for the
John,
before you start
John,
dying of a
or
stroke?
do you want to do? It's like whatever.
I just want to keep going and not have Jack die.
What do you say?
Oh, hey,
Oh my god.
hey, Duncan, what have you done in hobby? Let's do that.
Sure, let's do that. Let's see here. This past week, I finished the 2 dreads other than the bases for the Night Lords. I finished the Op Day for the Night Lords, and I finished Centurion for the Night Lords. The only thing I need to do for those 4 is I need to put Final Seal on all of them, and I need to find the 2 bases I had for the dreads, get those painted and on. Right now, they're just sitting on black bases because I took all of them to up to Martinsville and played at the Battle Barn event this past weekend, or yesterday, I guess I should say. Had fun. I think I'm going to end up making a mild adjustment to my 3K list and probably removing permanently the Seekers because they perform, but they seem to underperform almost all the time.
Weighing against how much they cost.
Not even that. It's just they don't. Sometimes they'll do one thing, and they'll do that one thing one time, and then they're done. So it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. They always seem to do something, but they never really seem to really earn their keep in the list. So I'm not quite certain what I would do with the extra points from removing them. Honestly, if I were to remove them for anything in the 3K, it is quite likely I would remove them and find a way to put in, maybe remove something else as well, I'm not sure, and throw in another thing of Night Raptors. Because Night Raptors
it's not going to be something that's scoring from Duncan. So
that's so very not true. Because my Night Raptors seem to score really well for me.
With Vanguard, right?
Of course, with Vanguard. I mean, I will.
It's not going to be. It's nothing. It's going to. Duncan is not going to play anything that has line with it. So
I have 3 squads with line in that list.
I never saw them.
Because I didn't use them very much.
Yeah,
they hide
exactly.
in the Rhinos until
all
they're
Night Raptors all the time.
Okay, so there's a game that I played.
Go.
So actually, Jamie, like I said, I had a game with Pat up in Indiana this weekend. Good game. Shout out to listener Pat, Palatine Pat on our Discord. And I think it was turn 1, and Pat had 5 or 6 points. Turn 2, and I had like 3. No, actually, it was Pat had 10 on turn 1, and I had, I think, either 3 or 5. Turn 2, Pat had, I think it was 15, and I had either 5 or 6. Turn 3, Pat got to 20 points, and I was at like 15. And then turn 4, Pat had 20 points, and I had 59 because of Vanguard. So, yes, let's just go ahead and say that Vanguard is great. I think Vanguard definitely is underutilized and is really great situationally. Because if you're not using it in the right way, it's not going to be great for you. But if you really buy into it and just go all out, whole hog on Vanguard, it's wonderful. And I still have stuff in my list that has line. There's 3 tactical squads, and they kind of exist.
I need a proof of life picture with the date.
They were even deployed on the table in my games.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I would take the sergeant off the top of the Rhino and say, "Okay, the squad's there. They're hiding in this building at the back, scoring this objective or quarter or table, whatever." So, I will make certain that the next time I deploy them, I send you pictures of them deployed on a table. But yeah, Vanguard's great. Other than that, I also got the last 3 vehicles for the Ultramarine Army. And since other than
you also helped 2 of your fellow hosts with making absolutely absurd lists too.
Yeah, You're not the only absurd list that I made.
Yep, me too.
I made some other absurd lists.
What the 5 artillery? Was it bad enough?
Jack, how many tanks are in that list I sent you?
Not nearly enough.
Okay. I think that list is it's only a Kratos, a Sikaran, 1 or 2 Predators, and a Fellblade in 3K.
What, the 5 Arquator bombards? With,
no. The 5 Arquator bombards. That's definitely a viable list. I think that's a wonderful list. You should play that list.
Don't forget all the additional what do you call them, quad warders or whatever.
Oh yeah. You should definitely play that list as it is.
Yeah, it's gonna make
guaranteed to make friends.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you're gonna make friends. But yeah, and I got, like I said, the last tanks for the Ultramarines, and I got the last squad for the Ultramarines. So I'm gonna get started building more tanks for the Ultramarines.
I don't know. The list that you made me, I'm not sure if it was as bad as John's, but
mine was like 80% there. I was just like, "Hey, Duncan, fix this shit."
Fix this, yeah. And as you expect, it's literally John spamming 1 unit times infinity.
No, he didn't spam 1 unit. He just made
the suzerain or whatever.
No. John's list doesn't spam 1 unit. It makes a viable use of an underutilized and unconsidered non-scoring unit, and it includes an utterly hyper-capable transport that fills both the super heavy requirement and the limited functionality requirement to create a list that is isometrically...
It spams 2 units, suzerains and predators.
It's 2.
So
plus a Mastodon.
And a Mastodon, yeah.
Yeah, just put the boot on. I'm okay, look.
Is that why you're buying the Mastodon?
Yeah.
That is why I'm buying a Mastodon.
I was so fucking confused.
Okay, look, it's ridiculous and it's funny, but it'll work. It'll work badly, but it'll work in some way.
It's a John list. Like, literally, yeah.
May your Mastodon be straighter than mine, John.
Can we just get John an UGG boot and paint it like ultramarine blue and just call it a day?
He'd cover it in decals is the problem.
Yeah, he would. Like 300 probably.
At least. Anyway, who hadn't gone?
John.
Jamie, did you go?
John.
I haven't gone.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Jack, what'd you do this week? Okay, John, you're up, buddy.
I have not done that much. God damn. Seriously. So Monday...
I actually did stuff this week.
Monday I finished building the last of the Saturnines, and I have a full squad of double plasma, double disintegrator, single plasma, single disintegrator. And then I started working on... Realized I needed some parts, so I contracted my printer to get him to print me some power fists so I can start building command squads and characters.
That's definitely not Jamie.
What?
Not Jamie, right? A different printer?
Yes, a different printer. Jamie's got a different project.
Oh, okay.
Jamie's got a secret project.
It's what you can't have more than 6 of in Texas?
No. It's for Adepticon of the future, okay, Jack?
I stand by what I said. Trying to put Bad Dragon out of business, heard.
My parents came over and helped me install my bed finally, so now I'm sleeping on a bed again.
Yay!
And then I brush painted majority of the stuff that are needed on the Castellax and Thanatar and a couple of tech priests for my Mechanicum. And I ordered a Mastodon. That's it.
And you ordered Mastodon. I think the Mastodon's the important part of that whole thing. Maybe just slightly ahead of the bed.
I'm going to have to see this list at some point.
Oh, I have it on my computer. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so I think that covers hobby progress for everybody. Move on to the news.
Oh,
God.
The news.
So, in the middle of the week, GW decided that dropping the Hive at stores was a bad idea. So they threw all 2,000 copies in a paper shredder and decided to make it print on demand.
I'm sorry, what? Is that like a factual statement?
That is a factual statement. I've seen pictures from the landfill that they got their shredded books dumped into.
So they released it in stores, decided, wait, no, we don't want to do this, put them in a paper shredder, and then moved it to print on demand, online only.
Yep.
Please tell me there's a valid, good reason.
I don't
for
think they
this.
actually made it to the book, to the actual store.
Yeah, I don't think it made it to stores. I think they had all 2,000 copies ready to ship, and then went, "Oh shit, people are upset about this."
What, like E.T. burying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why God? Why? Okay. Cool. So my interest is now piqued in this book. What is this book about?
So, as someone who has bought this book, and is currently about a third of the way reading it, it's about a hive on a specific planet that has just received a new Lord Governor. It has just finished a war with a different hive on the same planet, and it is about people basically moving on in their life, trying to find new ways of living, and trying to get through the day-to-day life of the hive. The new governor is one of the main characters. There's like 9 characters that are all interacting with absolutely no other main characters.
Is this a slice of life book?
So I don't know quite how to describe this, because I'm trying to figure out if there's a cohesive story arc, because right now I haven't found it. The hive's brewing, got a rebellion brewing in basically the underlevels. There might be a chaos cult, maybe. People use really strange words to curse at one another. There's a gang that's trying to think about maybe taking over the hive. Maybe there's angry veterans. I mean, it's not like a regular Dan Abnett book. It really feels like it's bouncing from here, there, to over there, to the other place. And it's really not feeling like a cohesive story at all. It really doesn't.
Okay.
It'll probably be like most Dan Abnett books, where these things don't make sense until randomly they do, and then the book ends without a decent conclusion.
I'm hoping not, because I really enjoy Dan Abnett for the most part.
I do too, but the man really has trouble with endings.
You're not wrong. And this one right now, it absolutely feels like there's not problems with the ending, but there's problems with the story. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm re-listening to Titanicus, and I forgot how jumbled that whole thing is until it ends with, and then the largest Titan fight since Beta Garmin happened.
The end.
That's kind of fair.
Yep. I'm like, but I wanted to see the Titan fight. That's why I bought the Titan fight book.
Yeah, no, we don't get that.
Yep. Next week,
Anyway.
11th edition. They're doing online releases. They're starting to roll stuff out.
Could we go back for a brief second, just for clarification?
Probably.
The Falchion's out is now out out in stores, right?
It dropped last week, yeah.
Okay.
Last week.
Okay.
It should be in stores on the 6th.
Okay. So I'd be able to go to my local Feligless and pick it up.
Correct.
Outstanding.
$210 US. During Sunday, we also got the cinematic trailer for 11th edition. If you like cinematic trailers, this one's actually pretty good.
It's like 3 minutes and 50 seconds long or something, too.
Yeah, it has almost every army in it. Tells the story of this pilgrim guy.
No Tau, I don't think. I think it had everybody else.
No Tau, no Votan.
Gene Stealer Cult.
Ark Eldar, Gene Stealer Cult.
Yeah. The main primary ones.
Caius is the man. Go Caius. Bring him back.
You actually get to see the Emperor in it, too.
Yep, like 17 different versions of him.
Yep.
During the week, we also had a preview for a new Slaanesh guy for Age of Sigmar, but I think it'd be a pretty cool character to
Llama?
lead your militia lists.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was going to be a great stand-in for a miniature llama, just because of how big that neck is.
A giraffe?
He's a very odd character.
It
Like
is.
really long legs with high heels, a very small torso, and then vision slits in the helmet so that the helmet is overly tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, sculpted smoke, which they really like doing.
They want to make it frilly. And very breakable.
This yet again continues their pattern of you do not want to transport a Slaanesh army anywhere.
Yep. During the week, we got the... this one was Death Guard for Black Book, Book 4.
Yeah, I posted the wrong link. Sorry.
Joy Toy dropped a whole bunch of Space Marine 2 stuff and Vulcan Histan toys. We're not going to go into those because they're not Heresy related. Starforged. Now, this says it's $100. It is not $100. You add it to your cart, and then you use this secret code that was only available in the emails, capital letters DAAC, and you get it for free if you spend $50.
And what is it?
It is a Dark Angel keychain. It's a little Dark Angel winged robed guy.
Okay.
It costs $100.
If you don't get it for free.
Well, I'm just saying, if you don't get it for free, it's $100.
You got to spend money to save money, man.
It's zinc plate or gold plated zinc alloy. Okay.
Yeah. Also, if you don't get it, I haven't seen any of these free things come back. So if you want the Dark Angel keychain, spend $50, get it for free.
Spend $50, which shouldn't be very hard to Starforge.
Yep. And to help you spend that $50,
Oh Lord, here we go.
they dropped a White Scar Purity Seal pendant thing. It's got the little White Scar logo on top of a shield. And then it's got a cool little White Scar themed dangly bit.
Everybody loves
This
a good
one's
dangly
kind of
bit.
This one's kind of boring, I'm not going to lie. It's very bland, which I guess kind of fits the White Scars. And then they
That's
dropped
fired.
the Tyrannid Carapace Ring.
That's what I always wanted. For
Jack-
$136.40 US.
I know Jack's been clamoring for that for a
Yeah,
long
that's-
time.
It's
It
either,
looks like a Tyrannid toenail, and you put it on yours as a ring. I do not understand this at all.
either a full tank of gas or a Tyrannid toenail. You know, in this economy, Tyrannid toenail.
Full tank of gas? What are you driving?
A Nissan Altima.
Well, that would be a full tank of gas. That's like a third of a tank in my truck.
Surely there must be some way for this to be more expensive. Can they not figure out a way to
Is
break
there a
Jack's
way
soul
that they
again?
can make it out of unobtainium?
Gold inlay on the
Make it
scratches
out
or
of
something?
real
$1,000?
Tyrannid.
Yes, made with 100% real Tyranid.
Mm-hmm. Unethically sourced.
Unethically sourced real Tyranids.
Conflict.
No hair for your
Tyrannids.
paintbrushes. Anvil Industries posted a preview of some more upcoming stuff they've got
Why
coming
does he
out.
have a gag ball?
Why does he have a gag ball? Yeah.
He's got Space MP5s
And
I was
gag
going
ball.
to say Space MP5s with a pick canary rail and a space
I
gag
think
ball.
you're
Oh,
looking at the
RoboCop.
wrong dude.
Look, it's
Look
RoboCop.
at the other dude on that picture. He's got like no skin.
Yeah.
It's just like exposed muscles everywhere.
I'm
like
like-
no flesh.
These are all cybernetic
Harley Quinn.
guys, so it's kind of, I think
They look like
it's supposed to be
Harley
cyberpunky.
Does he have?
Is that a Cyclops? With half
Yeah,
his
you got a
skull?
Cyclops and you got a six-eyed guy. These look a lot like
Let's. Can
what
you?
was that gang in Cyberpunk?
Oh,
You got the robot from?
Maelstrom.
Has that dude?
Yeah, they look a lot like Maelstrom
Yeah.
guys.
What about this guy on the left here? This guy on the left, his mouth. Can we zoom in on his mouth?
It's another gag ball.
No zoom ins, Jack. Sorry.
That's so sad because it doesn't.
I like his
from this
fold-out
distance,
ship, too,
Does not
with the
look
hammer.
like a gag ball.
There's another faceless guy.
Oh, look, there's a skinless dude. It's all
Another
his muscle
skinless
again.
dude.
His myofiber.
For UK Games Expo, Crook Dice is resculpting all of the old Traveler minis.
Look
Ooh.
weird.
They're old.
I was going to say, they look kind of short.
Yeah, they are. They're based on the original GW releases for 40K. And they are $7 a model, and they are metal. And then you pay tariff, and then you pay shipping.
Well, that's still probably cheaper than the whatever.
And finding them on eBay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No. I was going to say it's still cheaper than buying a special weapons stripper for the made-to-order.
Destroying.
It's a Destroying.
Ooh.
You could probably get like 4 or 5 of them for all that, for one Destroying special weapon guy.
Yep.
That's hurtful.
Crook Dice also does a bunch of sci-fi NPCs that I've bought for my different tables and things that we've used in other events. Mordian dropped a preview of their new upcoming line of containers and dock.
Other than the shark, they look very similar to other stuff I've already seen.
Yep.
Not to say they're bad.
With the shark, it looks like he got some inspiration from the last Caretaker, because I've been playing that a lot, and that almost looks like a scene from that game.
I just think it's neat that we finally have a real space shark.
What, Tybros isn't good enough for you?
Well, I mean,
he's not available anymore, I don't think.
I thought they redid him. I
don't think he has fins. This one has fins.
I thought they Primarised him.
Maybe the fluff. War Games Atlantic finally dropped their Damned starter sets. So for $89.95, you get 18 Damned male infantry, 12 Damned female infantry, 6 brutes/ogrins, 3 heavy weapons teams, an artillery unit, 8 crew, and a full command team.
Damn. Duh.
Yes. Okay, these actually look pretty neat. I could see someone having some fun with a Lost and Damned army like this.
Yep. Great militia force. The downside is their tanks aren't super cheap. So for $49.95, you get one little truck. You can build it in 3 different ways. You can build it the technical way with an open top back. You can build it the sealed cab way. It said 3 sprues, 2 options, sorry. But I do like the fact that there's not 1,000 tiny little bits on this sprue. Everything is fairly straightforward.
Well,
the guns are one piece and they're nicely cast.
I think that's one thing we can all appreciate.
Those are very reminiscent of like previous gen GW.
Yep.
Yeah. That would make a decent Basilisk platform right there.
Yep. Or it'd be really good for the militia transport or a bunch of other things.
I think I prefer the dudes to the tanks.
Yep.
Or the whatever they are.
Yeah, this is part of their new Death Fields game that they're trying to come out with.
Okay.
But yeah, that, gentleman's all the news.
Okay.
Yay, not a huge lot of it.
Jack's happy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Jack, who's got the big smile on his face, is super duper happy with everything.
I am so happy I could poop.
And knowing Jack and how to make him happy, we should probably do something like talk about tanks tonight. Or self-propelled guns, if Jack prefers.
Thanks.
Look,
SPG.
I'm just saying that people are getting pedantic in the chat, so I was like, ooh, how can I contribute to this?
Well, I mean, wouldn't the generator also be an SPG?
Yeah, but I get short on time of copying stuff because I need to start a podcast in the middle of
I know.
Somebody's talking.
I know.
Right. So, tanks. Specifically tanks with guns, and that doesn't really stop transports. But we're not talking about transports tonight. We're talking about
heavy assault. Yeah, not heavy assault stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about tanks, armored support specifically for the detachment section, I guess we're also gonna talk about what are sabers out of, John?
Recon.
The Recon, or what? Yeah, it used to be fast attack.
Sabers as well. So believe that John, you had the complete list of everything we're going to talk about tonight, right?
Yep. Let me start us off with the Aquator Bombard. 150 points gets you a Move 8, BS4, 13, 12, 10, 6 hull point vehicle. Stock with the centerline mounted Morbus Bombard and 2 Sponson heavy bolters. You can swap them heavy bolters for whatever you want out of the Sponsons list. Oh no, sorry. You can only change it for autocannons at plus 10 points.
Yeah, it's only autocannons, yeah.
He can buy any pintle weapons he wants. You can get a Hunter Killer for 5, Searchlights for 5. You can change the... If you have a Siege Breaker, you can upgrade the Bombard to fire Phosphex shells for 20 points, or you can change it to a Graviton Charge Cannon or a Spicula rocket system.
Spicula.
Spicula! Which is like the multiple little rockets.
Yep. So this is a resin-only model currently, as it speaks. So this...
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And there's also really expensive if you can find them. We're talking real ones. So, like, even the real ones are expensive, and even the recast ones are still like $60.
I will take your word on that one, sir.
Yeah.
They're a chunky little tank too.
They are they are a lot of resin.
They are surprisingly big for what they...
If you got...
Yeah, they're not a... everybody thinks they're going to be, like, small, like the...
Saber size?
No, the...
leg crawlers.
Leg crawlers. And 40K. But they're much larger.
If you got all the different weapon options for one, even from recasters, you're still pushing like $100.
Well, let's talk about those weapon options. Because you've got the Morbus Bombard and the Phosphex shells and the Graviton Charge Cannon and the Spicula rocket system.
Yep.
And
the Morbus Bombard, HE shell, which is the stock one, 36-inch range, 1 shot, strength 9, AP 4, damage 1, ordnance damage, 5-inch blast, barrage 2, breaching 6 up, pinning 1. Phosphex shell is only 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 5, AP 3, damage 1, 5-inch blast, barrage 1, poison 3 up, panic 3, breaching 5 up.
I miss Crawling Death.
I really love the fact that you can put the Phosphex on there. I don't like the fact that, again, in reality, you're going to have to pay above and beyond the 150 points because you got to pay the 20 points for the shells, but you've also got to get the Siege Breaker, which you've got to find a way to fit him in the list as well. So it feels like a bit more of a tax for what you get there, but...
Oh, it's the Siege Breaker. Everybody's already running them anyways.
I mean, you're not wrong. They are...
He's one of the cheaper Thunderhammer HQs that actually has decent usefulness.
And the Phosphex shells off that thing are pretty scary for regular infantry.
Yeah.
What are the Phosphex shells? John, did you read that off?
Yep. Yeah, I did. 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 5, AP 3, damage 1, 5-inch blast, barrage 1, poison 3 up, panic 3, breaching 5 up.
So it's a 5-inch blast, not a 3-inch like you get on the quad mortars.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And it's still a -3 on your test.
Panic.
And it's poison.
I miss Lingering Death.
Yep.
Me too.
You'd have them all sitting, them sitting out on the table and drifting around.
Ooh. Well, it's not... you know what? I don't care. That thing's just nasty.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you get breaching 5 up, and your base AP3. The only issue is 24 inches of range.
Pretty short.
Yeah, but you do have front armor 13, so that's going to be some help.
Well,
And
yeah,
6 hull
13,
points.
12, 10. So my question is, if you do take the Phosphex, can you choose not to shoot the Phosphex shells and just go the regular cannon?
Yes.
It does say also, may also include the Phosphex shell. So, yeah, you still get your regular gun there. And that on its own, 36-inch range, 9 strength, 5-inch blast, barrage, breaching, pinning, and ordnance D. Yeah, that's...
So
The Phosphex could scatter more, so you might want to have a Nuncio Vox.
Well, what I would probably do is start with those shells, hitting stuff at range, and then when people get in close, start popping the Phosphex on them, trying to slow them down or tie them up.
Yeah, that's another good idea.
Don't forget though, there's no like heavy or ordnance keyword associated with that shell, so you can move your move distance and fire it for no effect on you, which would up the range to like maybe 34. It might be move 10. I can't remember.
It's 8.
It's 8.
8. So 32-inch
Yeah,
threat range. That's still a pretty good distance.
it's definitely not bad.
Yeah, the main gun, the HE shell the HE shell has damage ordnance, but the Phosphex does not.
And it's not, well, adding the Phosphex rounds drives it up, but I mean, it's not crazy expensive either.
No, it's not. The question you need to ask yourself is it worth getting the Phosphex and the regular Bombard?
Yeah.
Or do you want to take the Graviton charge or the Spicula? Because that Graviton is pretty hefty as well, even if it is short ranged.
Yeah, we haven't covered either of the other ones yet. So the Graviton Charge Cannon is 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 9, AP 3, damage 2, heavy damage, 5-inch blast, barrage 1, breaching 6 up, shock pinned, and pinning 3.
So that's what you want to fire on the enemy tanks.
Yep. And then the Spicula rocket system is a 72-inch range, 1 shot, strength 7, AP 4, damage 1, 7-inch blast, barrage 2, suppressive 1.
Yeah. And that thing's got full table length for that.
If you don't like infantry, fuck them.
If you don't like mech, that's a really good one for him too, because it's got the AP4 and that massive 7-inch blast.
Yep.
So even if you do deviate, you're still going to hit your original target. More than likely. Oh, and that one's barrage 2.
Yep. So it scatters 2d6.
Never mind, it is a little bit worse.
Again, make sure you've got a
Vox
or Auspex or whatever the thing is that makes it so you don't scatter.
Yeah. It's obviously not a frontline tank, although you can, with that armor value for 13, use it for such, but...
Yep.
Well, I mean, the other two weapons on it aren't like super long range. Not like the Basilisk.
Yeah, no, not
Medusa.
like the Basilisk.
It's like the Medusa more, siege mortar. Yeah, it has a higher frontal armor, but you kind of want to, with it, you kind of want to sit it like in a corner or something and just start shelling out, or in like something where it's going to get some cover. But
yeah, I think if I was going to be putting one of these or 5 of them into a list, I'd probably stick with the Bombard. That way you have the versatility of the higher end strength at longer range to try to pop tanks.
Yeah.
Or hired things that you need to get through. And then the shorter range Phosphex just sit there and shove people off of objectives. I don't dislike this. I'm not really a fan of the way it looks, where it looks like the plague crawler turned around, but it does the job. I don't think I would really throw one in a list that I was personally planning on running very often, just because I don't like I don't think the aesthetic of it's for me. A backward Sicaran or the plague crawler is just.
It is a bit different, I will say.
It is. It is.
What about the files that guy put out a little while back? You know,
the eyeball kid?
the eyeball looking one that Jack loves so much.
Oh my god.
God. No. Maybe if I was truly cracked in the head, I would think about that. But I think those things are. They seem to chill up my spine just thinking about them.
Yep.
If you want to play a true keep away army and like a true heavy artillery army, I think these be fine. If you really want to lean into the phosphex aspect, I think they'd be fine as well. Everybody's mileage is going to vary. They're certainly effective. They just, I don't know, something about the look on them puts me off of them.
Yeah, the one tank I don't own any of.
Well, I will say that it is one of the few GW tanks that's not available in plastic. So, the odds are, with it being in the main book, that they're going to end up releasing it in plastic. So, there may be some changes, you know. Probably not a lot, because they basically stay pretty much the same, but there may be some changes with it, so, in the kit.
Probably spawns on weapons or some other stuff coming.
Yeah.
Probably
Maybe
so.
some small differences in the shape of it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna run, it is if you're using these, you're gonna it's gonna cost you a bit. Like,
That's a fair statement.
Like money wise, because I don't even remember if they're usually they're sold out a lot. Like when you go to GW's website.
All right.
Right. Next.
So from things we take to things we don't take, the Hyperios missile tank.
And this is the one where you combine the gun from the tarantula onto a whirlwind chassis, right?
Yeah, this was the first journal.
Yeah. It's the
For 120 points, you get a movement 10, BS4, 12, 11, 10, 5 hull point tank. Only comes with a turret-mounted Hyperios missile launcher and 2 pinto bolters. You can swap the bolters for any pinto weapons. You can buy a hunter killer, searchlights, or dozer blades. And like Jack said, it says in the model, Hyperios tank is represented by combining the hull of a Scorpius missile tank and a Hyperios launcher from the Tarantula missile battery. The Hyperios missile launcher is 48-inch range, strength 3-shot, strength 7, AP 3, damage 2, skyfire, and rapid tracking. So unlike last edition, you're not forced to snap at not planes this time, but that doesn't mean that it's a good take.
That's not bad for.
It's an anti-aircraft tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad if you see a lot of people with like fire raptors or things, but.
Oh wow.
Damage 2 and strength 7 AP 3 is not terrible for killing a few choice Marines.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, you could definitely pick out Terminators with that, but and it's cheaper than an Arcus.
Yep.
I just checked. The Bombards are actually available right now. They're $190.
Holy my god.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's hefty.
I don't know. For 120 points, it's either the Hyperios or the Scorpius.
So that's kind of a thing, is a lot of this stuff is redundant because one thing does one and then the other does the other. The Scorpius doesn't do quite what the Hyperios does. The
Well,
Hyperios.
it used to be like you could just take one, and it did both. Now you're having to pick one or the other. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I think it hits that nostalgia spot for a lot of people because it makes it looks like the old Whirlwind back from second, third edition before the upgraded Mars pattern plastic Rhino kit that came out.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks cool. I think it looks cool on a display board. As a model, I think it's all right rules wise. I don't really have anything for or against it.
I've never seen it.
I don't
I've
have
heard
anything
people
for
talk
or
about
against
taking it.
So,
I mean, for a direct fire 7.32 damage weapon for 120 points, I mean, it's not terrible. If you want one for cheap, I would think about it, but I've never really thought about including a list with one.
Yeah. If you just get an extra Rhino hull sitting around, throw a tarantula on top of it and try it out.
Yeah. Or if you
There's
have
no such
somebody who brings in a lot of airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Kratos is next.
Yeah, from the not taken to the overtaken, the Kratos. 280 points gets you a movement 8, BS4, 14 all around, 10 hull point monstrosity. You get the turret-mounted Kratos battle cannon, coaxial auto cannon, a hull front, left and right heavy bolter, and 2 sponson heavy bolters. You can buy flashburn shells for that battle cannon for 10 points. You can swap the turret-mounted battle cannon for a Volkite for free. Melt the blast gun for 30. You can swap the hull guns to Volkite calibers for 5 points, auto cannons for 10, last cannons for 25. You can swap the sponsons for anything from the sponson list. You can buy penta weapons. You can buy a hunter killer, searchlight, or dozer blades for 5 each.
I would argue that this tank and the Predators are probably the most customizable tanks you can get.
It definitely has the most options out of any Marine tank.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And these were out in second, right? Or were they?
Yeah.
The second's when these originated, yeah.
So I would never see these in second, and I see these all the time now. Like, it's night and day how often people take these now.
Well, they were pretty crap in second, so that's why. Because all vehicles were.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a fair statement.
Those ones were awesome.
So yesterday, I think I saw 1, 2, 3, at least 6 at the event. And I think we had 12 or 14 people there, and I saw at least 6. And I faced 3 of them. 2 in one list. I don't want to say this, but I do. This thing is growing on me like a fungus. The fact
that's my thumbnail.
Oh, okay, thanks. The fact that you can sit there and ignore the searchlight as an option and just get the Decurion locus on it just makes it worse. Because then you get to have them ignore shrouded saves and smoke screens, and you get to react with your turret gun.
Yep.
And if you're going to max this thing out as a massive last cannon battery with the Melta-gun, I mean, you're pushing 300 and something points. It's
not cheap points wise, but I mean,
it's damned effective.
It's very good.
Yeah, 14 all around with 10 hull points. Yeah, that's unpleasantly effective.
You can make it, mixed use, or in the past I've done the Chumi wagon, where it's like all Chum. So
while I love a Chum wagon, I don't see the Chum wagon being as effective right now with
it's not
more often tanks.
It's not.
Yeah. It's still fun, but
Yeah, it's it's got a place, especially if you're playing infantry heavy armies. But
yeah, if you're fighting against infantry heavy, Wagon. If you're fighting against people who are throwing out a lot of tanks on the table,
Laskinnon and
the Melta, and just burn through everything while sitting there and taking shots and returning fire with the blast gun. And,
I mean,
yeah,
10 hull points, 14 all around.
Yeah,
I mean it's got a lot of it's a ton of weapons on it. So, but as you said, it is kind of on the higher price side point wise.
So if you were to put all the nasties onto this, and there's quite a lot of nasty, you can make this thing like 400 and something points, but you could throw out 8, and not sorry, you could throw out 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. You could throw out 31 damage from this tank in one turn, and that's not on a return fire. But if you focused everything and you took a mental multi-melta and you just did last cannons and the melta blast gun, you could throw out 30-something hull points in one turn, or 30-something damage in one turn from that tank alone.
Assuming
that's
hits.
enough. Assuming everything hit, assuming everything penetrated, you could do 30-something damage with that tank in one turn.
That's one ridiculous. Really dead rhino.
That's a darn dead rhino. Or a dead Fellblade multiple times over. Almost. I mean, it's probably a dead Predator as well.
It's definitely a dead Predator, but a Predator is also 100 points base.
110, 100.
Yeah. I mean, for its capabilities.
Like, congratulations, you can make back 400 points in one game.
Yeah.
Yay.
If this thing could sit there and just be like, shoot over here, shoot over there, shoot there, shoot that thing behind over there, and that guy over there, and run over someone with the tracks in one turn. I mean, take nothing but an army of these, but you tune this thing right, it could be a hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's stable, which helps with the damage, but it doesn't help it split fire and everything else.
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
They don't like melta bombs, I'll tell you that much.
They also don't like being punched by dreadnoughts. I found that out yesterday.
They got too close.
Yes, the dreadnoughts got too close and did their thing.
I was going to say the Kratos got too close, but, whatever.
Sure, but 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, so it's a really cool model.
Touched it.
It's a really cool model. You can get your points back if you're facing the right opponent, and it can do a lot of stuff, but it can do it at one target at a time.
Yeah, if you're coming from first edition only, this doesn't quite fit the old aesthetic from first edition, where it was all the old stuff from Rogue Trader era. But it's really close. It seems to fit more than the Bombard aesthetically does, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep. And it's facing the right direction, unlike the Bombard.
I mean, yeah.
It's an interesting kit to build, too.
Yep.
Yes, it is. After having built one, it is definitely interesting.
Only recommendation I can give you on that is make sure you follow the instructions.
And plastic glue.
And there was a portion of the instructions on that kit, if I'm not mistaken, that were wrong.
Yep. So it's kind of, you can't leave the treads off and build the tank all the way out. And then
no, you absolutely cannot.
I made that mistake. Well,
I figured that one out.
Well, yeah, I did too, and broke parts of the tank and had to use green stuff to fix it. But yeah,
I just broke the super glue because I didn't use plastic glue.
I didn't
Oh.
have to break anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out later because I never glued my tracks onto the 3 I built.
Yeah, it's the upper hulls cover over parts of it where the side sponsons and everything are.
Oh,
But
I
if
missed
you
You
it.
just
covered-
have to. You can get around it by tactically removing some of the spokes off the tread patterns that slip underneath various hull sections, and that gives you the freedom of movement to maneuver them into their right spot. And you never
Yeah.
see those spokes anyway.
Okay.
That's fair.
Again, I would still recommend reading the instructions before doing it.
Okay.
And
I
we,
guess we
John
and we
is
lost John. So, all
Does
right.
look
So,
so.
so that takes us on to the Predator, which is base 100 points, and we got John back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never left. I don't know what you're talking about. So for 100 points, you get a movement 12, BS4, 13, 12, 10, 5 hull point Predator. Some stock with Predator autocannon or Predator cannon and 2 sponson heavy bolters. You can swap the Predator cannon for a free Flamestorm cannon or a Executioner plasma destroyer for 25, a heavy conversion beam cannon for 30, a Magna Melta cannon for 20, a Graviton cannon for 20, a Volkite Macro Saker for 5, a Neutron Blaster for 15, or a Twin Last cannon for 10. You can also take any sponsons you want off the list, any Pinto weapons you want off the list, and Hunter Killer Missile, Searchlights, or Dozer Blade for 5 each.
The workhorse tank of
Right now
Heresy
it is.
and 40K. It's everything.
Yeah. So I've built tons of different versions of these, and I've used the different versions of these, and I've had them used against me. And a lot of people really liked the Magna Melta cannon. That was kind of like the default go-to, I guess, in 2.0. The last cannons are cheap. Just gonna throw that out there. If you're looking for that punch. But I've started seeing a lot more people running the Plasma Executioner.
Interesting.
You remember that game we had against my 2 buddies from Fort Wayne, Jamie?
Yes, I do.
That was painful. That was the plasma.
The Plasma Executioner, I'm starting to see a lot more of use of than the other stuff.
That's interesting. All right. So the Plasma Executioner, 36 range, firepower 1, strength 8 on both maximal and sustained, AP 4 on both, 1 damage on sustained, 2 on max. Sustained fire is blast 5, breaching 5 up. Max is 5-inch blast, breaching 4 up, and overload 1. So you become more likely to punch through everything and cause 2 damage with the Plasma Destroyer on maximum, at the option of burning yourself to death a little bit.
It's worth the risk.
For 25 points, 36 inches of range, that's pretty good for deleting hefty things like Terminators, Saturnine. Yeah. It's really
Mortar
good for
squads.
deleting jump squads.
And mortar squads and all that
2
kind
wounds
of
a pop.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
I can't remember if it is the cheapest, but it is, the last cannons on it are very cheap. At
The
least the
turret
main
last
turret.
cannon is 10 points, and you add the sponson last cannons, that's 20 points.
Right.
Yeah, the turret last cannon is the second cheapest. The Volkite Macro Saker is the cheapest, apart from the Flamestorm cannon, which is free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Predator Cannon, which in and of itself isn't bad.
It's not bad.
No.
I know, Duncan, typically you go with, if you're going to build a tank out, it needs to kind of do one thing really well.
Yeah.
So, I've done these with the Predator autocannon with Volkites on the side. I've done all plas, or not all plas, all las, which is pretty normal. What was another one that I did? The Magna Melta with I can't remember what I did on the sponsons on it, but I mean, they're so interchangeable and everything. You can configure them basically however you want. My recommendation is if you get a base tank, buy like either magnetize the turret or buy 2 or 3 turrets and just swap out whatever you need.
Yeah, I magnetize the turret and the stowage box.
Yeah, the stowage is a little more difficult because there's a bunch of different types for each one of the weapons if you really want to go with that, but it's not bad.
No, it's not.
It's like a little mini Baneblade, or not Baneblade, a Fellblade turret, essentially.
I'm a fan of the all Volkite build because it's only 120 points.
Yeah.
It's hard not to like that.
It's hard not to like it.
And it's really good against pretty much everything infantry.
I'm sorry, it's 115 points. It's 120 with a searchlight.
Oh, no. Or 125 if you put a dozer blade on there so you don't have movement problems.
What? Move?
Move? What?
Repositioning.
At 45. Yeah, like if you do Kratos mass, Duncan's Kratos can kill one of these a turn for 4 turns.
It sure can. It sure can.
It can
kill it. It can kill that one. It can kill the one predator like multiple times over.
Yeah. You don't get bonus points for overkill.
Yeah.
No, you really don't.
But like for that price of that mega Kratos, you're getting what, 3 of these?
4
roughly.
4.
Well, I mean, if you go cheap, 4, but
Yeah.
3
Hold
of
on.
these.
If you were to take this purely as a murder tank for anti-armor without the dual last cannons on the front and instead taking the Magna Melta, you're at 140.
Mm-hmm.
And that 140 can technically kill the Kratos in 1 turn. Again, if you hit with everything and penetrate with everything, which you're never going to do.
But at 140 points, you can take 2 of them, and not be deleted turn 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing about the Predator is that no matter however you want to build it, it's versatile against so many different things, no matter how you play with it. I don't think anybody can ever say that the Predator could not be a backbone of every armored company on the table, because there's so many different ways to do it, so many different things you could be highly effective against, and it's a Predator. It's a Rhino with extra guns. Just throw that out there. Let it do its thing.
Nope, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, too bad I'll never be able to run 12 again.
Why not?
Why not, John?
I mean, I guess I could take crap tons of Centurions to take multiples of them.
Look,
I mean, you'd only need
2.
1 in your Praetor, then you can get 12.
Yeah.
And that would only be like 1,500 points out of a 3,000 army.
Oh, that reminds me. See here. 1,500 points, 3 auxiliary detachments.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Praetors and a 1,500 point list. I mean, not Praetors, Predators.
Predators?
Yeah.
So, like, my second edition, or Dread, what is it? Iron Wing had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A Kratos, 4 Sicarians, and a Venerator. Yeah.
You know, as ridiculous as this sounds, I think 12 Predators in a list would be remarkably effective right now.
It is if you like actually your dice work.
Well, that cuts Jack right out of being able.
Oh,
to...
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Brian can attest the dice not working. It doesn't matter how much firepower you have.
Also, if you're playing on a non-heresy table where there's not terrain everywhere, 12 Predators would be not anything to sneeze at. But
no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah. And
But
keep in mind, this was just throwing stuff together just for fun to prove a point. I think to Duncan.
so, I mean, most versatile tank, probably most useful too.
Ooh, most versatile? I'll agree there. The only thing I think it can't do very well is anti-air.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. But how much air do you actually see?
I saw one
Man,
this weekend.
Really?
What?
What'd you see?
What'd you see?
It surprised me, but it was pretty cool to see a 1,000 Sunstorm Eagle filled with some of their badass Terminators.
The segment.
I was gonna say I've seen a Fire Raptor, one single Fire Raptor.
Yeah, I was surprised, and it worked well for him both games. He did bring a Master of Signal to make sure he got it in, but
Yeah,
he came in first turn both games, and it did its job.
Well, hey, there you go.
I mean, like other than anti-air, this you can basically build a Predator out for pretty much, and then for anything. I mean,
Oh yeah, you absolutely can. And you can, if you really want to be somewhat scary, you can throw a Decurion Locust on every single one of those predators, so you can return fire with your turret-mounted gun.
I don't know. I think that quickly becomes a trap.
Oh yeah, if you're limiting yourself to a couple of them, sure, that might be a viable option. But if you're wanting to spam predators, no, probably not.
Yeah, no.
no, you probably want to keep them cheap and
Let me
as
ask
much as
you,
you
go back through here and make this a actual sensible list.
No, yeah, we'll come back to that in after a bit, Jack.
Yeah.
What's
No,
next
so
on
that
the list?
Scorpion, I think, is next on the list.
Yeah, the Scorpius
Oof.
missile tank. 120 points gets you a movement 10, BS4, 12, 11, 10, 5 hull point box. Get a turret mounted Scorpius missile launcher, 2 Pinto bolters. You can buy any Pinto weapon you want, and the usual Hunter Killer Searchlight Dozer Blade for 5 points each.
I'm gonna straight up say I'm not really a huge fan of this one.
So you used to see them like spammed in second edition.
Yeah, they were really good in first.
They were really good in second edition. Not
Yeah.
so much now.
No, that small blast and it being barrage too, so you're always scattering 2d6 if you don't hit.
It
I mean,
got
you really-
overcorrected.
At least
It
you
really
get 2
did.
shots if you don't move.
Yeah, that's the only nice thing about it.
48, 1, 8, 4, 1, heavy blast, 3, barrage 2, breaching 5+.
Yeah, so you do have the ability to possibly punch through things, but you're not killing off any elite guys. You're not killing
Right.
off 2 wound models, unless both your shots hit and both hit in the same spot, and you breach both times. It's cheap, and I don't think it's anywhere near as good as it should be.
Not what it, definitely not what it is. As Brian said, it was one of the more
Overcorrection,
obvious
absolutely.
overcorrections in the edition changes.
Yeah,
Because I mean, they sold a shoot ton of these. Like you'd go to Adepticon, people were trying to buy as many as they possibly could for like 40K,
yeah. I mean, it was
30K.
it was a
ridiculous.
mini Arcus.
Yeah,
It really was, and it was effective. Now, not so much.
it's a cool looking tank. The turret's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's a nice appearance. It's just,
This is not. Yeah,
and
I'm-
not saying that everything has to be super effective. This can be effective in small doses on what you're doing with it. It's just there are better options, but those options also cost more. This is fairly inexpensive for what it does.
it's 120 points. I mean, like you can get some of the cheaper Predators for about the same.
Yeah, but they don't have 48 inches of range with
Right.
2 templates.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of a give and take.
And barrage. That's the only thing that I'm taking it for is barrage.
Yeah.
Does this have barrage?
Barrage too.
Brush too.
Oh yeah, sorry, the barrage too. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
So you're still that's the scattering the 2d6. Yeah.
Which is Stupid. I think it should have been Barrage 1 if it's a 3-inch template.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it should have stayed a 5-inch template. I don't think the other stats on his profile are bad per se, but just you can never develop the sheer volume of hits you need, especially shooting at like, I'll be honest, like 32 millimeter based infantry, like power armored Marines, you're going to get 2, maybe 3 in most situations with a 3-inch blast. And that's just not very effective shooting.
So even if you fire both of them at the same target, you hit the same target on both dice, you're maybe hitting 6 Marines. If they're Terminators, you're maybe hitting 2.
Unless you got stupid lucky and popped somebody out of a vehicle and they had to be clumped up, you're not likely to get a volume of hits.
Yeah. I think this would be more something I would consider taking, like you said, Brian, if it had a 5-inch blast, or if it had retained the straight armor value like AP3. If it had done that or the other, I'd be fine with it.
I agree.
As it is, overcorrected, like you said. Who's next, John?
Sakaran Venator.
Yep.
I have some of these.
170 points. Movement 14, BS4, 13, 12, 12, 6 hull points. You get a neutron beam laser, turret mounted heavy bolter, 2 sponson heavy bolters. And swap the sponsons for whatever you want. You can take whatever Legion pencil weapons you want, and the usual hunter killer missile or searchlights for 5 each.
And you detonate on 5 up.
Yep. I've got 2 of these boys painted up.
Yep.
Back when they could not have sponsons.
Yeah, I had them. I had the old Forge World once, and I did the caps over the 28 mil caps over the sponson sockets because you couldn't have sponsons on them, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, now you have to have sponsons." You're like,
luckily I magnetized mine, but then I lost the sponsons, so it's just whatever I can find that sticks.
I had very nice done Dark Angel checkerboard pattern covering those. And I had to I spent a lot of time painting those by hand, and those got popped off and destroyed.
Cussing at the sky.
I was cursing the whole way through it. I haven't built one of the plastic ones. Both the ones I have are the old Forge World ones.
Yeah, same. So the neutron laser is a 36-inch range, 2-shot, strength 10, AP 2. Damage 2, Ordnance D, Armor Bane, and Shock Suppressed.
Yep.
If you absolutely positively got to pin a motherfucker, this guy will pin a motherfucker.
Then it goes choom boom.
Yep.
I'm going to make a comment that's going to sound absolutely pedantic and
Have at
bullshit. But
okay.
I know you all expect something like that out of me anyway, so I'm just going to say it. I have built. I can show 9 different Sakarans that I have built. All of them were built and painted in first edition. I didn't keep a single one of those fucking sponsons on any of them because I wanted to run them cheap. So I just didn't even bother to put the sponsons together. I just left them all somewhere, and I filled in my sponson spots with Legion symbols or.
Yeah, that'll work.
32 millimeter bases over top of them with Legion symbols on them.
Yep.
Feel really stupid.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm surprised nobody's come up with a 3D file to rectify that.
There is one.
Hey, Duncan, do you remember when you made fun of me for leaving the sponsons on my Sakaran? Yeah, okay, cool.
I do remember this very well because you said, I'm not the one who's be laughing in a couple of years. Or I'm the one who's be laughing in a couple of years, not you, Duncan. And hey, Jack, it's a couple years later, and
Jack, you want to buy me some lottery tickets?
Man, if I had lottery
Jack's
tickets like
just
that,
over
I
here
wouldn't
like,
be here.
Gotcha, bitch.
yeah, that's exactly.
Gotcha, bitch. But anyway, back to the Sakaran Venator. Like it's a good tank. My only issue is playing the mental math of do I move, do I don't move for the extra damage on the ordnance. Like that's.
Yep.
But you have to keep in mind that since the weapons, what's the term? How do they call it? It's front arc or front or front, whatever that term is.
Firing arc.
Yeah,
Center line.
Center line mounted. That center line is the whole entire front of your vehicle. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and you can pivot, and it doesn't count as movement.
Yeah.
So you still get your bonuses. So
other than that, I think it's a good tank. 170 points. I think it's a good 170 points spent. You will not throw one shot a Kratos in one turn.
Now, I will make this is me. Wouldn't you also, because of the main gun, wouldn't you want to make the bolter, the spawn senses, leave them heavy bolters so they're defensive weapons? And it's also doesn't it also have the hole mounted heavy bolter?
I'll with this one
Yeah,
with
it
it
comes
being
with a heavy bolter.
with it being 170 points already, I would just worry about the neutron beam laser and that's it. I wouldn't invest more points into it.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I'm just saying, leave it default is what I'm saying.
Defensive.
It already comes with the heavy bolters and the turret bolter.
Yeah.
So heavy bolter. So I'm just saying, leave it as is and just shoot the big boy. No.
You can. I mean, all sponsons are defensive, so you don't have to worry about that. But I mean, I like Duncan's probably going to say, if you're building a tank to screw up other tanks, the more the merrier.
Yeah, this thing being a dedicated tank destroyer, I would leave those last cannons right on there. And if you do sit still, you get the damage 2 possibility from the last cannons to go with that neutron laser. That's just going to possibly give you that extra bump in point damage to take out the enemy tanks or the enemy tank, that lone predator you really need dead.
I'm a firm believer you can spend those 20 points someplace else. Like searchlights to tell Night Lords players go fuck themselves.
That's fair.
Well, you're going to tell them that anyways.
Yeah, that's also fair.
So good tank.
I love it. It's a Sakaran. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that takes us to Sakarans in general.
Yeah, for 160 points, you get movement 14, BS4, 13, 12, 12, 6 hull point. Stock with twin accelerator autocannon, front heavy bolter, 2 sponson heavy bolters. You can swap the autocannons or the accelerator autocannons for an Arcus missile launcher for 40.
Arqua.
A Punisher rotary cannon for 10, or an Omega plasma array for 25. Any sponsons you want, any pintles you want, as well as hunter killer or searchlights for 5 each.
So
Now,
I know Brian has his preference on these.
I don't have a preference. I think all of the turrets are very good options, even though a lot of people shit on, especially the autocannons right now. They are damage 2, like a regular autocannon. You just have to use them for a different thing than you would have to in the past. Like they're okay at working against light armor, like rhinos, predators, like AV-12 and to 10. They can put work in, but really what they want to do is take on elite infantry like veteran squads, 2-wound models, stuff like that. I run mine with las cannon sponsons just because I always found myself in previous editions lacking on anti-tank, and that was the easiest way to get it into my army was to throw las cannon sponsons everywhere.
Yeah.
You could max out the heavy bolters with the autocannon turret and probably have a pretty good experience. I think the plasma turret is not really talked about enough in this edition. It's always damage 2. I don't know why you wouldn't always overload it, unless maybe you're shooting at a singular guy and the 5-inch blast just wouldn't make sense. But, you know, the overload profile is breaching 4 up, AP 4 natively, damage 2, strength 7, overload 1. And the overload on that gun is not as likely to hurt that tank in the event that it blows back on you.
Yep.
Everybody seems to really like the Arcus missile launcher.
Arqua.
It's got a warhead for
Arqua!
every cause.
It does.
It's a little expensive, it's a 40-point upgrade turret, but it's pretty good.
The Arqua has always been, the moment that turret dropped back in first edition, everybody fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I still love it. I still would not have a problem bringing it. The only two things that I think the entire Sikaran line of tanks miss is there's no dozer blade. It's a fast tank.
Yeah.
It's got movement 14, just like the Venator. If you could throw a dozer blade on there, I think it would be a worthwhile 5-point throw on. I really do. So
I think it's just because they never made one.
Yeah, it'd be a weird one to build, just kind of like with the way the hull is too.
yeah,
Only if a third-party company had figured that out at some point. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
They did.
Yep.
Almost
and
immediately.
yeah, and those things look great. Put them on the front of those two tracks.
Yeah. I've always been a fan
For
of
those
the...
who don't know,
Sorry, go ahead.
for those who don't know, if you've seen the little snowplow add-ons you can get for your Croc shoes, they look like that, but cooler.
And they magnetize right onto the side. It's one of the few things I ever magnetized on a tank. It really is.
Well, they have for the Land Raider Explorer Raider or whatever, they have there's a plow for it in the middle that GW made, but it doesn't go in front of the actual treads.
Yeah. The other thing I think that's really missing, and I kind of think this for a lot of things, I kind of wish that they would have done, or by they, I mean GW as a whole, would have done an autocannon sponson.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think there is an autocannon sponson on the Aquador.
Yeah, there is.
Yep.
So,
because right now, what I would likely throw onto this, if I was using them on a regular basis, I think I would, if I could get autocannons for sponsons, I'd leave it with a regular autocannon turret and throw autocannon sponsons on there. As it is, if I was going to throw any sponsons on there, I'd probably throw on the Volkite and just use this to hunt troops, like Ryan said.
I've been
troops.
Mine. I have the sponsons for to use whatever, but I almost by default just always throw las cannons on it because of the extra armor punch. We've
also left off Jack's favorite,
the Punisher.
The Punisher. That's Brian's. Brian uses it too, man.
I love.
Oh,
that.
it was very effective at Adepticon.
That thing bursts, man. It bursts.
I love that. Oh, it looks so good.
You get suppression.
So you called it Oprah Winfrey when you're there? You get suppression. You get suppression.
Is the
firepower 8 with ordnance doubling your firepower, so you get firepower 16 and suppressive 2 and strength 6 at AP 4. Yeah.
That's, but if I remember correctly, the only turrets you can get from on the plastic kit right now are the plasma and the autocannons.
Yep.
No plasma.
There's not a plasma.
Autocannon only, unless you're getting a Venator. Then it's the neutron beam.
Right. That's a separate tank kit though. But so all these turret options are either third party or Forge World.
Yeah.
Which, pro tip, because I was looking at this the other day, if you have some junk Scorpius Whirlwinds, if you take those missile launchers and put them to your Sikaran turret and magnetize that shit, you can have a redneck Arcus missile launcher turret.
That's one thing I was going to say. I know because I have so many of these tanks, and I have the Arqua. The Arqua turret is made for the old Forge World style hulls. So you have to modify the top of the new style hull a little bit. It's not a lot. It's like you have to clip and file a little bit for the turret to actually fit on there correctly. Just throwing
It's
that
not
out.
bad.
It's not bad. It's like really basic, type stuff that you have to do. But yeah, it's not bad. They'll fit. You don't have to like drill holes or anything like that. It's like just filing down some seams, or not seams, but like a little bit of details that stick up a bit too far.
Even if you didn't want to bother getting any other gun, the heavy bolter sponsons, the heavy bolter nose gun, and the auto cannons on this thing, it throws out a hell of a lot of firepower.
It's a lot of firepower, yeah.
And it's really fast maneuver-wise.
14, you believe it is.
Sicarans are great. If you aren't using one and you haven't used one, get one. Give it a try.
It's a cool kit. Even the new GW one's not too bad a kit to build out.
Yeah, especially if you don't have giant blocks of resin hanging off the back of them like the old GW.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't have to worry. So, like on the old Forge World kit, the resin injection point is on the fenders for the rear treads, and there's literally no way to clip the mold gate off without taking off like the rivets on the top of those treads. Like you just there's no way to do it.
Yeah,
it's a horrible injection point for that mold.
This is true, but they're great tanks.
It's a great tank, yeah.
John, what's up next?
The Vindicator.
Yep. 140 points. Yeah, no one takes them. They're terrible.
I see them very, very infrequently. I've seen the Laser Destroyer one.
Yep. Movement 10, ballistic seal 4, 13, 13, 10, 6 hull points. You get a centerline mounted demolisher cannon and a front hull mounted combi bolter. You can swap the demolisher cannon for a centerline mounted magma laser destroyer for 20. Take any pintles you want, and comes with a hunter killer missile, or can buy a hunter killer missile, searchlights, or dozer blade for 5 each. I think you should be forced to buy the dozer blade, but
yeah, you should. It should be.
Honestly, I would think so. I mean, the model comes with one that
essentially is sculpted to the hull.
Yeah,
the new one does.
The old one does.
The new one is a little bitty one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Yeah, it's not as big.
That thing is great. It's always been great. The laser destroyer is now ridiculous.
Take 2.
It really is. Take 2.
What? We're 160 points for the one with the laser destroyer.
165.
Would you take that? It's 20 plus 40, isn't it?
Oh, I
included
the
dozer blade.
I know. I included the searchlight.
Anyway, so it's 160 points. Would you take that over a Sarkarian?
I say why not both?
That's if I had to take one or the other, if you're going to compare the laser Vindicator, I think you need to declare it or compare it to a Venator.
Yeah,
because that's the better choice.
70, so 10 points more.
Yeah. The Magna Laser Destroyer on the front of this thing is ridiculous. It's great. If you don't move, you're putting out 6 damage at AP 2, knocking a single tank out when you shoot it. If you hit and if you pan. But strength 10 is going to do it. But that Demolisher Cannon, that's also really super good.
Just short range. I mean...
Yeah, but your range strength is 12.
Yeah.
And you got a small blast. And it's still ordnance, so...
If you don't move, it's damage 6.
Yeah. I mean, that's... You land it on top of a single Contemptor, and that Contemptor goes away. If they fail, they're safe.
I think the one of the bigger decisions on this is what you can get, because the Vindicator is a plastic hit.
Yeah,
that's easily gotten, and then the Sicaran only comes with the autocannon. Is that what?
Yep, the autocannon turret.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vindicators are also a lot smaller target.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Rhino. I mean,
Yeah, it's another Rhino chassis.
it's got an extra hull point.
At a Dethroned, I saw these things. I'd say 2 out of 3 tables there were Vindicators. They're just ubiquitously good right now.
And they're easy to get.
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
something new players coming to Heresy can easily grab hold of and run with.
and you can use even the old style ones. The Mark.
Yeah, the ones that didn't have a sponsoring weapons on them.
Yeah, I've got 6 of the Demolisher Cannon old ones.
So funny about the thing about the Vindicator. Jack and I took in 2018 took an airbrush class, and you were supposed to bring
a kit.
a Rhino
Yeah.
for Matt to do for the Matt Kane course, and I did not actually have an unpainted Rhino at the time, but I did have an unpainted Vindicator with a laser destroyer, and that's what I actually learned to paint with an airbrush properly on. Was one of those.
I did the class at the Heresy camp, and I used the Predator instead of the Rhino. Everybody else was there was one kid doing a Felglaive, which is Alpha Legion Felglaive, and then I was the oddball with the Predator, and everybody else had the just Rhinos.
It works.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time, and they've always been something that was kind of just there.
Yep.
Now, it's gotten a serious, as the kids would say, a glow up. So
Oh my God.
there you go.
Oh, Bash
Yep.
left. I thought he'd be happy.
And so did I. But oh well, he's gone.
All right, so to legacies for the Legion Basilisk, 140 points, movement 10, BS4, 12, 12, 10 with 4 hull points. Get a centerline Earthshaker and a hull-mounted heavy bolter. No upgrades possible, but that Earthshaker, 240-inch range, 1-shot, strength 5, AP4, damage 2, ordnance range strength, so it goes up to strength 10, 5-inch blast, barrage 2, breaching 6 up, and pinning 1.
So, my theory on these, this and the Medusa, they don't like because they are built off of Chimera chassis, and it's a Forge World kit.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, they haven't existed from Forge World for a while, too.
Yep. I mean, I have a Medusa. The crew in it, loading the shell and everything in the back's badass. But
Yep.
yeah, it's a built off a Chimera. It's not
Yeah,
off-
that was one thing that I had a pair of Medusas back in first edition Heresy.
no.
I never got-
Iron Warrior army
I
with
know.
a Medusa.
I know. I never got the Basilisk, but that was one thing that always kind of set different with me was the fact that the Medusa and the Basilisk, both of them were the only non-Rhino chassis,
Yep.
Rhino style vehicles.
Yep.
I mean, it just kind of was weird.
I like the Medusa. I had Medusas because they had the 5-inch plate. I mean,
I like the Medusas because I could fit Phosphex on them.
well, yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
the Medusa's 150.
isn't that.
And the only difference is the cannon.
Yeah. One's a siege mortar, the other one's like an actual artillery, like a long gun.
Yeah,
I mean,
Medusa is 1-shot, strength 5, AP4, damage 2, ordnance strength again, so it's still strength 10. 5-inch blast, barrage 2, breaching 5 up instead of 6 up, and pinning 2 instead of 1.
I mean,
If you've got one from before, you're still able to use it.
right. That's
But you're
basically
not-
what these are
it's-
here for.
It's very unlikely you will see a new kit on these from GW.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you will see one because of these are built off of Chimera. Since they are built off of Chimera, they don't want to move that over. They want to move it all either built off a Rhino kit or Sicarian style chassis. And yeah,
Yeah. I think these definitely have a wonderful place right now because if you do have them, you've got them for a while and they were fun back then. They're still
Yeah.
really good. but I don't really see them sticking around. If we ever go to another edition, I don't see them staying.
Yeah,
I don't see them being reproduced unless unless GW decides in some form or fashion to rebuild both of them off of a Rhino chassis. If GW did that, I could see them coming out of Legacies and being put into like one of the splat books, but I'd consider it highly unlikely.
It would be tough just thinking about the engineering of how they would do it. Like, it would require a lot.
It would. Yep. It really would.
Or bear with me when they do oh god, what's that? Aquator. They add 2 more variants to it and turn that into the plastic kit. Or
maybe
it'd be 2 separate plastic kits. However, GWs.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, an Aquador is basically a Kratos backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the scale of tank you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I've said, you know, we know what they're kind of lacking new kit wise, and these kits they have not been for sale like for a long time. I mean, they've been out.
I could actually see these being something that would get put out sometime, like if they do new kits to go with the Battle of Talarn Part 2. I could see them possibly doing these as a re-release that way.
Did you say Part 2?
Yeah. I mean, if they did it, I could see them coming out that way.
It's book 1 that we just got. So.
Yeah. I said if.
Yes.
If. It's a huge if. Or maybe Siege of Terra book 1 or book 2. But as much as I love the Medusa and the fact that I have them and the fact that other people still have them, I don't see them sticking around long. And I don't really see them being used much, especially as new blood comes in and can't find the damn things.
Well, I mean, like, don't the Solar Ox have one? A Basilisk, don't they?
Yes, they have a Basilisk and a Medusa.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's just, it's a weird spot. I mean, you may want to use them for fluff and everything like that, but they're hard. Let's just put they're hard to get unless you know how to get it.
Yeah.
So the last armor's choice, which is one we covered not that long ago, is the Whirlwind. This came out of the Mailed Fish Journal for 100 points. Movement 10, BS4, 12, 11, 10, 5 hull points. You get a turret-mounted Whirlwind missile launcher, 2 pinto bolters, and smoke launchers. You can upgrade the missiles to Pyrax missiles for 10 points. You can buy any pinto weapons you want. You can get a Hunter Killer Searchlight or Dozer Blade for 5 points each. We talked about this not that long ago. It was interesting for 100 points, but not great.
Yeah. And also, technically, it hadn't been released yet.
Yeah.
It's the last kit that GW previewed that hadn't been out yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just there, you know.
I didn't like it then. I don't like it now.
Yeah, you don't. So. Well, the kit you like. I thought you said you like
the kit I like. You like. Tank I don't.
The tank stats you don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Models great. Rules.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
sadly
about the best way to say it.
Are we gonna do the last remaining so-called tank that like?
Yeah, so we just did all the armor choices, but there is one tank that happens to hang out in Recon.
Is it a gun carriage?
Essentially.
It's a very small tank called a Sabri.
Sabri.
For 80 points. Movement 16, BS4, 12, 11, 10 with 4 hull points. Goes with a centerline mounted Anvilus snub autocannon and a hull heavy bolter. And it has outflank. It's also rapid. You can swap the autocannon for a center-mounted neutron blaster for 10 or a Volkite Saker for free. You can swap the heavy bolter to a multi-melta for 25, a Volkite Culverin for 15, or a heavy flamer for free. You can take any pinto weapons you want. You can take searchlights for 5, and you can take up to 4 Hunter Killer missiles for 5 points. 4 Sabri missiles.
Sabre.
They're a little different than Hunter Killer missiles.
Second edition, I love these. Like, I love them so much, I bought 11 of them.
I've only got 6.
Jamie may have a problem.
I mean, the autocannon ones with like a Volkite. Holy crap! Like, you could just chew through like anything, like squad wise, like so far, like even if they were sitting deep in the back, you just like fly up the field and just unleash on them, and it would just chew up squads.
I'm not
I have
saying
a very different experience with
The Volkite was like they were you'd run them in like packs of 3 with the Volkite cannons on them, and like, or what do they call it now? Not the Volkite, the neutron. Yeah, the neutron blaster, and those things are scary.
Yeah, they turned off super heavies.
Yeah. The only thing I will say about this tank is it's a Forge World only or online only tank, and you have to buy the main gun separately from the tank. So a tank and a gun is $137 for one.
Sounds right.
And as I said, the Aquair Bombard is $190 for one with the weapon.
That said, these things are ridiculously cheap points wise.
Yeah, they are.
And they're so cute and adorable.
I mean, they're like a little tank that almost is real. It's almost a real tank.
So, remind me again, in the Combat Pioneer, that's the one this comes in, right?
Yes.
So you can only get 2 of them per detachment.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's where this falls apart on this. Because I would want to take, if I was going to do these.
Oh, you'd swarm them.
Yeah. I would have to have multiples and multiples. And is there another detachment that lets you take more than 2? So you're locked into 2 per detachment.
Not that I remember.
That puts these in a really bad spot.
Yep.
Because in Combat Pioneer, you're looking at recon squads, scout squads, your favorite, the tarantulas, outriders, attack bike squadrons.
So technically speaking,
Clan Raider Explorer.
Yep.
So I mean, like, I don't think stats wise they're bad. I just think there's better choices in that slot.
I think stat wise they're phenomenal for what they are, and point wise they really are.
Yeah,
just the mobile,
they're in a
true off platform.
They're just in a very competitive, limited access slot.
Yes, I think if they were 2 not just 2 for the entire detachment, they're in the same boat as Dreads, except with Dreads you only get 1 for the detachment. Here you can get 2 of them. I think if they would double it to where you can get 4 of them in this detachment, I think you'd see them a lot more often.
Yeah.
Also, if it wasn't like $150 plus everything else. Yeah.
Or this gets moved to the armored support detachment, or their choice.
Or fast attack.
Fast attack, still you only get 2 things.
Okay.
So yeah, throwing these into armor with the rest of the tanks wouldn't make the most sense.
Yeah.
I think a pair of them in armor.
I got one thing to say about it.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Well, 2 things to say about them. One,
Please.
don't forget to use your logistical benefits and just flex one in a random spot.
Do that.
That's fair.
And 2, I've only ever had Strabra with pita bread.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I like the roasted garlic pine.
So I have all 3 main gun versions. The way I used to equip them was autocannon, Volkite, neutron blaster, Melta for like just outright tank hunting, and then
you're getting into Predator price point there.
Yeah, and then Volkite. Well, it's speed.
Yeah, that's true.
It was basically the flank and shoot stuff that was tied up. and then Volkite, like straight up any personnel.
So the only thing I'm really kind of disappointed in right now is that even the Volkite Saker is now short range.
Yep.
I mean,
I mean, outflank helps out a lot.
it does, and the speed helps a lot. But you're going to get this thing. You have to get it really close to actually get it effective. The speed helps there, but you're short range. You really are.
Well, the autocannon ain't that short range. So
24.
Yeah.
All its guns are basically 24.
But like but that's what I'm
The
saying. If
missiles
you're
are
moving
36.
16 and shooting 24.
Yeah, and if you throw the Volkite culvert on the front, the hull, I mean, it's 45. So it kind of, I prefer, if I was going to throw it out there, I would have the Volkite and Volkite, and
Yeah.
I want my two Volkites to at least have similar range bands.
Yeah.
Well,
So
at least they've got the autocannon doesn't have a heavy thing. You can still move and shoot it.
true. And it does still have D2 and breaching 5 up, so that is nice. I like them.
It's a cute tank. It's an awesome tank to build too. Having built so many of them.
It's a tank that's smaller than a Rhino. It's kind of funny.
And the missile, well, nobody ever talks about it, but the missiles, like, they literally just slot into the sides of the hull. So, like, when you fire them, you just pull one of the missile launchers off.
Yeah, I did magnetized missile racks on top of the Pentals.
I mean, it's, as you said, I think it's a good tank. It's just not in a good slot. Yeah. It's too much really good competition for that slot.
So much competition.
It really is.
The stupid tarantulas, man.
I really miss the squadron rule.
Yeah.
Not for everything, because squadrons right now of, like, Predators would be bad.
That would be bad.
Other things would be bad. But unlocking multiple sabers for a single spot in that, I think, would be a fair use for the saber.
Remember, second edition, first edition had Predators and Squadrons of 3, so that's why I built my Predators and Squadrons of 3. The second edition was like, nope, they're 5. I'm like, what the fuck? And then now they're just singles.
Yeah.
Lucy's, if you will.
I really like the old squadron rules. I miss the old squadron rules.
I like the idea of them, not the execution that they had.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it's
kind of, I will say it's kind of weird with tanks where they're at. They're very good, but they kind of try to limit you taking them.
Yep.
That's true.
Just with like getting rid of the squadron rules and then putting a lot of the highly wanted tanks, or well, carriers, let's call them that, in spots where they normally wouldn't be. So you have to kind of like pick up a lot of other stuff to take instead of using them. Like, so I don't know. I would say you're seeing a lot more Predators and Sarkarians than you were Land Raider carriers and Spartans. Would you not say?
I kind of would.
I mean, it's just, to me, I mean, okay, so if you're a Dark Angel player, just don't listen to this because you can do whatever you pretty much want with all their build slots they have available, but for most normal legions, you have to like really think about where you're going to get that Spartan or Land Raider in without taking stuff that you probably normally wouldn't take. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, they really want you to take like Terminators or like some sort of really like what do you call them, retinue type squad to go in those Land Raiders and Spartans versus just using as the default troop carrier.
Yeah, that's also fair.
And then like even though you're not getting squadrons for like Predators and Sarkarians, I still say you're seeing a lot more of them, just because I think they kind of got cheaper, and tanks are in a better spot. No?
So, yes, tanks are in a better spot. Tanks are in a much better spot as a whole than they were in last edition. And I don't mean just Spartans or
No, yeah.
all of them.
All the way across. Armor in
Yeah.
general.
Armor in general is in a much better spot right now. I'll agree. The intricacies of this versus that, I think that comes down to personal preference, if that makes sense. I mean, I know Alec up in Indiana, for example, second edition, tanks were in a terrible position for the most part.
Yeah.
And he's a dedicated hardcore treadhead.
Right.
Whereas dreads were everywhere. Tanks were ubiquitously very infrequently seen, comparatively.
Only certain, you'd only see
you'd see Spartans and Land Raiders more than you'd see anything else.
And Whirlwind Scorpius.
Yeah. Now you don't see dreads that often, but you see tanks everywhere.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's all comes down to personal preference
and the ease of fitting them into your army.
Yeah, and also ease of what's in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, because out of everything that we listed on here, you have
there's two kits that are the Basilisk and Disarn as well. Aquador, Saber, and then the Medusa and Basilisk are the only resin kits.
Well, you also have a lot of the Sakaran kits.
Yep, the turrets.
Well, the turrets, the base tank you can get in plastic.
Right, but the extra effort of going in having to order the turret is a pain in the butt.
It is, especially since the resin turrets don't really fit the plastic hull without extra work.
Well,
there's a bunch of people that make 3D kits that you can print for them, and it's not that hard to convert the Punisher out of a...
Yeah, the Punisher's really easy to convert.
I know, but for new people coming in, that's going to be...
Hi, I'm Duncan. I've never played Heresy.
A barrier to entry. Like, we can all sit here and say that it's easy. We can also sit here and say a lot of stupid things are easy because we've been doing this for so long. Somebody new coming in off the street...
If they're listening to us, they can reach out to us on the Facebook or on either the Facebook page or on the Discord. We can point them to where these things are,
or how to convert. Like the plasma won't be really hard to convert, and the Punisher won't be hard to convert. The Arquois, you would have to maybe do something with the Scorpius turret or something like that.
Yeah, like Battle Bling or Artisans of All makes 3D printable kits for
if you have a 3D printer. I mean,
again, but that's you coming in and you going, hey, I want to.
Right.
I'm myself and my 3 friends have read enough of these books, and we've now decided we want to play in the Heresy. And oh look, there's a game, and oh look, there's plastic tanks. What are these other things? I don't know about Adepticon or these other people or those other things.
Or what do I point my significant other to buy me?
Right.
Like, it's easy to go, hey, go into the store, tell them you want X, Y, and Z. Not, well, you have to go to this website, and it's going to feel kind of sketchy because it's going to use the term VAT.
Hey, my wife didn't know anything, and when I was playing 40K, she surprised me one year and got me 3 Dread drop pods and a bunch of towel suits, all that were only at Forge World. I'm like, wow, like, I only buy it at the cons. You actually ordered off the sketchy UK website.
I think that if GW really wants to take a step and make this more accessible, they would release a Predator turret upgrade kit that had access to all of them. I think
instead
that would
of having to buy
not Predator.
Sarkarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Predators are splitting. Like,
Yeah, the 2 boxes right there.
There's 2 boxes for the Predator. So if you want a particular weapon, you kind of have to know which box to get.
Yep.
Unless you go to other means.
Now, if they did that for the Sakaran and put out a third Sakaran box with the other 3
The other
turrets,
turrets.
sure.
I
I
would
think
think
they'd
they
be
would.
better off by just putting out a turret box. And it would
I'm
make
trying
them
to
a lot
remember
more
how
accessible.
I'm trying to remember the sprues for the Sicarian, how the if it's just like a turret sprue with the
It's a turret sprue.
accelerators on it.
It's just
So
a
like,
turret sprue.
okay, so then like you could leave the hull and just do the turret sprue in the box. Okay.
If they increase the box by $15 or $20 to give you all the turrets, cool. If they increased and just did another turret box on its own for $40, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
People like us would grab them. But
Or
we
if
also
they
have
offered the sprue, I mean, tons of people
Yeah.
would do that, even if it's online only, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. That's one thing I think is a misstep, but I think they can correct that, and I hope they do.
Which is kind of weird because I think that's a standard stock tank, like even at like most GW stores too.
I think
Like
so.
for the Heresy line, they have limited stuff they stock, and it's like the Sakaran, a Rhino, and a Kratos are like something that they always stock on those shelves.
Yep.
Makes sense. Anything else before we do event shoutouts? No?
That's it. Next time we'll cover heavy transports.
Transports or heavy transports?
Or both.
Yes.
Well, yeah. There's what 1, 2,
There's
3.
a limited number of them.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, anyway, so event shoutouts. Bri, you want to go first?
Sure. I recently got notified that there's going to be a Zone Mortalis event at Far Harbor Games. The likely date for that is July 18th. The event has been fully set in place, but I'm fairly confident it is going to happen on that date. I believe they're talking about a points level of 1,500. And once again, that's at Far Harbor Games in the Grand Rapids, Michigan area on July 18th. We also have a 2-day narrative event there scheduled for August 15th, 16th, I believe is the date they're talking for that. And a 2-day narrative event at Evolution Games in Lansing on October 10th and 11th. And those are the only events I got right now.
Bama Heresy ATC
Yep.
coming up very soon. Like I think it's now
June
under a
26th
month
and 28th. Or June
Yep.
26th through the 28th.
in Chattanooga,
Yep.
and then I don't know if it's officially been announced, but there's another Bama Heresy event that's going to be the end of August. I don't know if they've announced which store it's going to be at, but it's like I think it's like the 29th and 30th, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I know
Yeah.
Taking a Ferrex is doing June 20th and 21st in Overland Park, Kansas for their Pillars of Dolos Prime. Tickets for that are on sale. You can find those guys at the Ferrex link tree that's linked from ours, or you can find them just by Googling Taking a Ferrex, which will pull them up as well.
Or they're on our link tree.
Yep, and they're on our link tree. There's
We're
also
working on a June date for DFW, but we've also got July 18th as our next one at New World Gaming.
cool. And this weekend, or this coming week, which will be the 6th of June, for the Bolters at Dawn guys in Cincinnati. They're holding one of their community events at their clubhouse up in Cincinnati. That's 3,000 points and starts at 2 o'clock and runs until whenever they close. And if you were listening at the very beginning, Jack and I were having a discussion before we started. Jack will be there.
No,
He already promised.
You said that it's too late for old people like us. That's what you said, and I agreed because 10 o'clock.
Nope.
Ooh, I get sleepy.
Yeah, no, we're going.
I get sleepy.
Jack will be there.
I get sleepy.
Jack will be there.
I need a
He
little
promises.
You're
sleep.
just an eepy boy.
I'm just a sleepy little boy. Just a sleepy little
I
boy.
will load Jack up with caffeine and nicotine and hate.
I'm just a sleepy little boy who loves everybody and don't do drugs.
Yep.
Okay.
Jack will be there. He promises.
I didn't promise shit.
If I have to get a cardboard cutout of Jack's face, he will be there.
I always try to
anyway.
volunteer me for stuff.
Well, I mean, I figure you haven't had a chance to see your Heresy friends in person for a while. You deserve this weekend, Jack.
I deserve not to be stuck at the Atlanta airport on a plane for 2.5 hours because of engine problems. That's what I deserve.
Oh,
Yes,
dude, you should
you're
have told me there's great places in the Atlanta airport, man.
Oh no, I was physically on the plane already, and they weren't letting us back.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
That sucks.
That's where
John,
I was on Hobby Hangout.
You want to call it a night first, John?
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us on this, the 172nd episode of the Heresy Accountability Buddies Podcast. My name is John, and I've been joined by
Ryan.
Duncan.
Jack.
And Jamie!
And always remember to stay accountable to yourselves, to your buddies, and your hobby, and we'll talk to you next time.
Not kidnapping me. You can't catch me.
Like and subscribe, and see ya.